Hello and welcome to my time management class. Today's topic is prioritize your commitments. I appreciate your attending. My name is Andrea and I'll be guiding you through today's class. So I'm always curious, how did you hear about today's class and where are you calling in from? Please, if you can let me know in the comments, it's very helpful to just get an idea of where our community is growing throughout the world. I appreciate you sharing. So a little bit about me. I'm calling in from Maryland, which is on the East Coast of the United States, and I'm a wife and mother of 4. So each day, my family and I, we live with 12 healthy habits in order to enjoy a better quality of life and also to support the success of all that God has called us to do. And because these habits have been so transformative to our lives, I share guidance on both how to implement and stick with each healthy habit so that we can all live truly thriving lives. I'll share more later about the other videos and workbooks, classes, and support groups that I offer throughout the week. But for now, I do want to go ahead and jump right into today's class. So our goal for today is to prioritize our commitments so that we can focus our time and attention on what's really most important to us. While we're together, we'll cover how to decide which commitments will take priority over others. We'll take time to choose our commitments wisely and learn how to align our commitments to our life. So you can do anything often gets mistaken for you can do everything. But can you and should you? We can have a lot of commendable goals, but there's only so much time in each day, month, and year. So let's make sure that we commit to our goals and handle our commitments with care. Take a moment to grab a pen and paper and draw 3 vertical lines for 4 columns. In column number 2, list out 10 commitments that you have. And while you write, I'll just give you some examples. It could be work, family, church, maybe your spouse and kids, yourself, travel, TV, health, whatever's important to you in your world. All right, so now we want to number those. Number those priorities in order of importance to you, from 1 to 10. 1 being most important. So it's vital for us to make our actions reflect the order of importance. So your number 1 priority should take precedence over your number 4 priority. And in most circumstances, your number 4 priority would also then take priority over your number 7 priority. And your number 7 priority should never take precedence or supersede priority number 2. So, for example, if we declare that family is more important than work, our time and our interactions should confirm and convey that. If we declare that health is more important than TV, then our time and our interactions should confirm and convey that. So these commitments we have written down today, these are our commitments right now, but they don't always have to stay exactly like this. Especially since in many cases, we haven't really strategically chosen those commitments to be perfect for where we are in life right now. Chances are they've just accumulated over time. So with that being said, let's take a moment to actively choose our commitments. We want to make sure that we're choosing our commitments wisely. So let's label how each commitment feels. Let's see how they feel. So go with your gut feelings on this and these answers. No one's watching, so you won't be hurting anyone's feelings by being candid about how you actually feel about each commitment. So grab your paper and your pencil and review your list for any commitments that you might feel obligated to do. If you see any that you're obligated to do or feeling obligated to do, then underline that and write the word obligated next to that commitment in column 1. Write the word obligated next to those commitments in column 1. If there's anything that you feel uncomfortable with doing, then underline that and write uncomfortable next to that habit in column 1. If there's anything you feel unhappy about doing, then underline that and write the word unhappy next to it in column 1. And if there's anything that you feel divided about, then underline that and write divided next to that item in column number 1. So for the commitments that you underlined, it's a good idea to try your best to find ways to make that commitment more ideal. And if for some reason you can't, it may be good to just avoid that commitment altogether. So get creative to find some ways to make your commitments more ideal. For example, if you feel obligated by a commitment, you could maybe enlist help or find a way to make that commitment less demanding. If by chance there's more underlying commitments than you like, then this might be an opportunity to commence a major life realignment, to set your life on a course that you are truly happy about. And this next step can get you started, because next we're going to try to work on aligning our commitments to our life. So oftentimes when we start to feel our commitments are feeling like uncomfortable obligations that we feel divided about, it's because our goals and our commitments are out of alignment and are going in two different directions. So let's make sure that our commitments are aligned with our goals. So in column 3, write a list of 5 to 7 main goals in your life. In column 3, write a list of 5 to 7 main goals in your life. Now reflect on what you've written and what you see. Are any of your commitments sabotaging your goals? In column 4, write the word sabotage next to any commitment that is sabotaging your goals. And then this time, draw an arrow from that commitment pointing to the goals, to any goals that has a tendency to block, strain, or sabotage. For any commitment that tends to sabotage our goals, find a way to align that commitment to your goals or to avoid making that commitment altogether. And you can get creative with ways to align your commitments and your goals. For example, if your job is conflicting with your travel goals, you could look for ways to work while being in a camper or a trailer and traveling while you work. So now that we've chosen our commitments wisely and aligned them with our goals, let's schedule a regular day and time for each commitment in the week and in the month to make sure that higher priority commitments have higher amounts of time reserved. Now that we've taken time to choose our commitments wisely and align them with our goals, let's schedule a regular day and time for each commitment in the week and in the month, and making sure that the higher priority commitments have higher amounts of time reserved. After class, I encourage you to do whatever it takes to ensure that your commitments are enjoyable and align with your goals. Then rewrite your list, only including the priorities that you've hand selected, making the list neat and pretty. Each day, make sure that your schedule and your actions reflect your new list. And enjoy living with commitments that align with a life that you truly enjoy. So you may have noticed earlier that I said that my family and I, we live with 12 healthy habits in order to enjoy a better quality of life. So then time management is just one of the 12. We embrace all these healthy habits so that there's less bad habits to sabotage our efforts to obey God and more healthy habits to support our success as we live to do all that Yahweh has called us to do in this life. For time management, as well as each one of the 12 healthy habits, I offer guidance via videos and workbooks and classes and support groups to help you to implement and stick with each healthy habit. So if you could use more guidance with this or any of the 12 healthy habits, I'm here to guide you. And you can find more details about all this on my website. It's trulythrivinglives.org. All right, so I'd love to know, how did you enjoy today's class and what questions do you have for me? You can let me know in the comments below, or if you'd like, you can save your questions for support group or for coaching. Either way, I look forward to supporting you along your journey. All right, I appreciate you attending. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a blessed day.